Welcome to this sequel episode of Energetic Communication. If you have not seen the video of the Energetic Communication, I urge you to go watch it on our YouTube channel, The Energy Hub. Today, we are diving deep into the heart of our interactions. So we'll be looking at the energy that arises during disagreements and conflicts. In our previous episodes, we explored how we can communicate from the realm of the mind through the cosmic energy. So today, I want to expand on one powerful idea, and the idea is this. While disagreements and conflicts often stir up a huge amount of negative energy, what if we could become consciously aware of that energy and transform it into something positive? So let's explore this idea in depth. Now, consider every time we encounter conflicts, whether it's a heated debate at work, a misunderstanding with a close friend, or a larger societal disagreement. Negative energy is often unleashed. The energy isn't just a metaphor. Think of it as a force that can escalate tensions and deepen division. Imagine a scenario at home. Two family members engaged in an argument over a seemingly small issue. As voices rise and emotions flare, the energy in the room obviously would shift. The conversation can quickly turn into a circle of blame and resentment. The negative energy created doesn't resolve the underlying issue. Instead, it builds a wall, making it harder for both sides to see common ground. Another everyday example is in the workplace. Picture two colleagues who disagree on a project approach. Instead of collaborating, their conversation devolves into personal jabs and harsh criticism. The negative energy here can spread beyond the individuals involved, affecting team morale and productivity. In both cases, the inherent purpose of this negative energy is not to solve problems, but rather to create distance between two people, to pull parties apart rather than draw them together. So let's pause and reflect on what this negative energy does. It acts like a magnet for more discord, reinforcing feelings of isolation and distrust. In the midst of conflict, our thoughts and words can become weapons, further entrenching positions rather than opening paths to understanding. This negative energy can leave us feeling depleted, hurt, and disconnected from those who we care about. Think about moments when disagreements have escalated. Maybe a social media debate turned sour, or a political discussion in a family gathering led to an unbridgeable gap. In these moments, the negative energy isn't just temporary, is it? It can linger, coloring our future interactions and even changing the dynamics of relationships permanently. Now, let's imagine an alternative scenario. Picture a situation where even amid disagreements, we are fully aware of the energy we are generating. What if, instead of letting anger or frustration dictate our actions. We consciously choose to act on love. What if we redirected that energy toward understanding, empathy, and resolution? Think about it. Now imagine a workplace scenario again. Two colleagues disagree about a project, but before the conversation escalates, each takes a moment to pause and assess their internal states. They acknowledge the negative energy arising within them, a surge of defensiveness, perhaps even a flare of pride, and decide to take a deep breath. One might say, I notice I'm feeling attacked. Let's try to step back and see what we both really want to achieve here. Now, by addressing the emotion, they transform the conversation into a collaborative problem-solving session. The result isn't just a resolved project issue, but a deeper mutual respect and a more supportive work environment. So let's delve into more examples where a conscious shift in energy makes all the difference. Imagine a heated family event where opinions clash about long-held beliefs. Traditionally, such settings can become a battleground of voices and emotions. Now, picture one family member who, aware of the mounting tension, gently interjects with empathy. I can see this topic is very important to you. Can we take a moment to understand where each of us is coming from? This simple act of shifting energy from confrontation to curiosity can dissolve tension, opening the door to hearing, conversations, and mutual understanding. Also, in today's polarized climate, political debates often spill over into personal attacks online and in person, So imagine instead a discussion where participants acknowledge their differences while seeking common ground. For example, two individuals with opposing views might begin by affirming their shared desire for a better community or country. By agreeing on, fundamental values such as safety, opportunity, or well-being, we can reframe the debate from us versus them to a mutual journey towards improvement. Let's take one more example, which I believe many people will be able to relate with more. In intimate relationships, conflicts can be particularly charged because of the deep emotional bonds involved. Imagine a couple facing a disagreement about their future plans. Instead of letting the conversation spiral into blame or despair, they both decide to reflect on the energy they bring into the room. One might say, I feel scared when we argue like this. I'd rather we approach our differences with care and love. This mutual recognition of energy not only softens the immediate tension, but also builds a resilient foundation for future challenges. Now, the important part. When we choose to act based on love instead of hate, the ripple effects are profound. Love isn't a passive emotion, it's an active choice. It demands that we take responsibility for our own energy and the impact it has on our surroundings. By consciously choosing love, we open up channels of communication that can lead to genuine understanding and healing. From the Holy Bible, for example, we understood that Jesus' core message was love. This is the same for other religions, all anchored on love and peace. Now imagine a society where every conflict, whether it's big or small, is approached with this transformative mindset. Instead of deepening divides, every disagreement becomes an opportunity to learn more about one another. Our interactions shift from destructive battles to moments of constructive dialogue. The energy that once tore us apart now become a binding force that unites, inspires, and empowers. Now, this isn't about ignoring our differences. It's important not to pretend about them or to talk about our differences. It doesn't mean that we need to pretend that conflicts does not exist. Rather, it's about recognizing that we have a choice in how we channel our energy. And I'm going to just take a moment here to emphasize that in channeling your energy, you must be self-aware. You must be calm. You must understand the feelings you are having at that moment in time. You must be able to identify what those feelings are. Now, your calmness helps you to put things in perspective and know how to turn those feelings around. So when you begin to feel hate and you calmly identify that you are feeling it in your system, you can consciously begin to transmit love towards the person that is triggering it inside you. So when we lean into love by listening intently, showing compassion, and seeking understanding, we disrupt the circle of negativity. We become active agents in fostering a culture of harmonious resolution. Of course, the idea of transforming negative energy into positive isn't always easy. Look, as somebody who is very mindful of his energy, I can tell you it is one of the most difficult things to do. But as usual, because things are difficult, most people tend to want to avoid it. But if you want to take advantage and have full control over your emotions and what you feel in every situation or circumstance, you must take the hard path. You must make the difficult choices. So it's not an easy endeavor. It requires practice and mindfulness. Here are a few strategies that can help guide you through moments of conflict. First, always pause and reflect. Before you react, take a moment to breathe. Ask yourself, what energy am I bringing into this conversation? Is it fueled by anger, fear, or misunderstanding? Like I said, always identify the energy around you. Always identify the feeling you have at any point in time. Because once you identify it, that is the difficult part. The moment you identify it, it's much more easier for you to turn it around consciously. The second thing is to practice active listening. Many of us will listen to want to counter, we listen to want to argue, We listen to one to prove that we are not wrong. That is not active listening. So truly listen to what the other person is saying without immediately planning your response. Sometimes just feeling hard can transform the energy in the interaction or the wrong. Then practice empathy and curiosity. This is a very powerful one because sometimes when you don't put yourself and place yourself in the position of the other party, you are blindsided. You are unable to see where that party feels pain. You are unable to see the context for which the other party is reacting. So try to understand the underlying emotions driving the other person's perspective. It's a very, very important, practice element which you need to cultivate. Ask open-ended questions that invite deeper reflection. Then express vulnerability. Be honest about your own feelings and share them honestly. Vulnerability can open the door to mutual understanding. It's not enough for you to always feel that you are right. There's nothing wrong in being wrong. There's nothing wrong in acknowledging your own weaknesses or shortcomings. As a matter of fact, it's a strong person that can admit failure, that can admit wrongfulness or wrongdoing, or even admit his own shortcomings. Okay? So, it's important that, we express vulnerability because, it helps the parties to be reminded that behind every opinion is a human being with a story. So the next time you're in a conflict or situation or in a disagreement, it's important to try to see what's the other person's story. Why is this person behaving the way he has behaved or she has behaved? Then commit to a common goal, even in disagreements. Focus on a shared vision, whether it's a harmonious family life, a successful project at work, or a better community. Anchoring your conversation in a common goal can help channel energy positively. Now, just imagine the long-term impact if we all embrace this approach. Conflicts would no longer be a source of ongoing pain and division. Instead, they will become catalysts of growth and deeper connection. Communities would find more unity in diversity. Workplaces will become more collaborative. And personal relationships would be built on foundation of trust and mutual respect. So, as we continue our journey on energetic communication, let this episode serve as a reminder that every moment of discord holds within it the seed of transformation. The energy you bring to any interaction is within your own control. By choosing love, mindfulness, and empathy, you are not only healing your own inner world, but also contributing to a larger tapestry of positive change. So, I encourage you to reflect on your own experiences. Think about moments when negative energy took hold and consider how a mindful, loving approach might have altered the outcome. What small shifts can you make in your interactions? How can you contribute to a more harmonious resolution? Not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. So, I want to thank you for joining me in this reflective journey. I invite you to carry these ideas with you and to share your thoughts and experiences. Let's work together to transform the energy in our lives, our conversation at a time. Until next time, keep communicating with love and awareness and stay connected with the Energy Hub. Thank you for watching.